Well, a good evening to you folks here. Thank you for coming out and checking out the action here on the Hammer Down iRacing League. If you're tuning in to us on the website hdirl.com, we welcome you. As tonight we've got the Thursday Thunder 410s from the dirt track at Charlotte. This track just added to the fold here in the iRacing world, and we're about ready to bring you heat race number one. Let's give you the lineup, how they're going to go. Starting on the pole, our quick time qualifier of the night, Braden Mickley in the 14 machine. He'll go away from position number one. Going away to his outside in heat race number one will be the 53 of John Heydrich. Row number two to the inside. This was our hard charger from Williams Grove the other night with the 360s. Matthew Everts will start in the third spot. To his outside in the 85 will be Cole Harvey. Row number three to the inside in the 661 will be Terry Landis. And his outside in the 64 machine, that'll be George Curtis. Row number four to the inside. Aboard the 63 machine tonight is Kevin O'Dow, and to his outside, the voice of the Brewerton Speedway and the Fulton Speedway, Adam Buchanan. And row number five on the inside. Actually, it looks like we're just going to have 8 cars here. 8 cars for heat race number one. It looks like we've got 6 cars on track here, but regardless, we're ready to go racing. All right, here we go. 8 laps the distance. We've got, looks like 6, 7 cars that have made the call here for heat race number one. Green flag is in the air. We're underway here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Rolling them off through turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Out front, we've got the Braden Mickley 14 machine. He has been quick all night, set fast time in time trials here tonight, but we are going to watch the battle back there for the second spot. That is getting hot and heavy here between Heydrich in the 53, and right behind him is Everts, who came from the B main and got all the way to a top 5 finish at Williams Grove here Tuesday night when we were up in central Pennsylvania. But he runs in the third spot. Heydrich gets a piece of the wall in turns 3 and 4. He gets it righted back around here, and he'll go to work here trying to catch our leader, Braden Mickley. Mickley through turns 3 and 4. Everybody running that outside line. That seems to be the preferred groove here at Charlotte. Regardless of track conditions, it really seems like you've got to keep your momentum up on that outside lane, and that's what these drivers are doing here so far tonight. As we're running a afternoon event here at the dirt track at Charlotte, so that kind of throws a little bit of a wrinkle into things as well, as the track going to get some big laps here on it tonight. A lot of cars joining us as these drivers come down to complete lap number 7. They come through turns 3 and 4, and they are going to see the white flag. Final trip around the dirt track at Charlotte here for your leader, Braden Mickley. Mickley out front, Heydrich right there. He has stayed within about 3 or 4 car lengths all race long, and as they bring him down to the line, that will give the win to Braden Mickley. Mickley will pick up the win. Second will be John Heydrich. Third is Terry Landis. Fourth, Kevin O'Dow. Fifth is George Curtis. Sixth will be Matthew Everts, who had a problem in the 06 machine. So there's your First of 2 heat races here tonight
By the
at the
time
dirt
I
track at
remember, it
Charlotte.
was 3
Let's
seconds to
give you
grid
the
up, and I
lineup
didn't want to
of
miss it.
heat race number 2 as they're getting lined up right now. Cole Morgan aboard the 19 machine will take it away from the pole position to his outside in the 4 car. That is Chris Adams. Row number 2 to the inside will be the 83 machine of Skip Tuttle. He was quick time in the practice session run before time trials here tonight. Didn't quite have the time trial effort that he had in practice, but he will start from the 3rd position to his outside in the 9 machine. That is Chris Perry. Row number 3 to the inside will be the 096 of Randy Crowder. Keep your eyes on Randy Crowder. He loves to run the bottom, even when the track slicks off to try and make some passes. So keep an eye on Crowder coming from the 5th spot to his outside in the 99 machine. That is Tommy Karkin. Row number 4 to the inside will be the 81 of Corey Mackey to his outside, the 52 of Kyle Falk. And rounding out the field in the 11 machine, he had some problems in time trials and practice. We'll see if Bill Moselle is able to join us here for the start of this one. He was having all sorts of problems underneath the hood of the 11 machine, so we'll see if he can make it out here. Heat race number 2 about ready to kick off.
If you let shining, whoa.
Pace car pulls off of the speedway in turn number 3. The field at the command of Cole Morgan. He's going to slowly creep into turn 4. And green lights are on, and we're underway with heat race number 2. And we're going to have a 3-car battle into turn 1. Look out. We had them 3 wide into the first turn as here comes Skip Tuttle trying to make up for that time trial effort to get up into the 2nd spot. He's 2nd just by a nose at the line, but with a big head of steam is Chris Adams in the 4 car. He moves up into the 2nd spot, and now we look at the high line coming back through. Here comes Randy Crowder. Well, he made a fool of me. I said he'd run the bottom. Here he is up on the top. As we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Adams. Oh, contact between the leaders. Your leader into the fence. Adams into the fence. Crowder down into the tires to try and avoid it. Down on the bottom lane. Big excitement here in heat race number 2. And look at Crowder. I told you. There he goes. Trout fishing on the bottom. Crowder up to the 3rd spot. Going to try and stay into that qualified spot for tonight's feature event. Boy, we have had them framming and jamming right off the drop of the green here in this one. Tough break for Cole Morgan as they had some contact racing for the lead, and he planted the nose of that machine into the fence. Hopefully they can get the 19 machine fixed up to get back out here for the feature, as Crowder's got a problem. Crowder to the infield in the 96. Something amiss on the 96 machine. We'll cycle back up to the leader. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. Oh, we got a couple of cars making contact in turn number 2. Bill Moselle, he's had problems all night long tonight. He can just not catch a break here so far. In that 11 machine, the leader not the leader. We'll cycle back up here as this race is complete. Boy, we had action all over the place. Here's the rundown. Chris Adams will take it home in the 4 car. The 83 of Skip Tuttle will finish 2nd. 3rd is Tommy Karkin. 4th is Chris Perry. 5th, Bill Moselle. Then it's Randy Crowder and Cole Morgan that'll round out the finishing order. All sorts of excitement there in that one. So as the drivers get ready to go for tonight's 30-lap A main here at the dirt track at Charlotte, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about the Hammer Down iRacing League. You can find us online. We've got a great website. It's got all the information you could ever want. HDIRL.com. And if you want to listen or watch the live broadcast, HDIRL.com slash live dash broadcast. That's the live feed. And on race nights, we always put the live feed up right at heat race number 1. So if you're interested in checking it out, be sure to check us out in iRacing as well as on the website. Talking about schedule, had a lot of fun last night at the Limaland Motorsports Park, as that track also recently added to the iRacing fold as one of the new tracks and with the newest update, and had a lot of fun racing the Hammer Down Midgets there last night. Real competitive event there for a 30-lapper. But coming up tomorrow night, we've got the RNC Wrap Super Late Models, round number 2 from Limaland. And if you thought the midgets were entertaining at Limaland, wait until you see the Super Lates there, as that cushion that iRacing has added now, that progressive cushion. As the race goes on, boy, the Super Lates are going to be wild tomorrow. 30 laps at Limaland. Saturday night, we've got the MHL Performance Pro Lates, round number 2 from the dirt track at Charlotte. So we've got the 410s here tonight. We take a night off at Charlotte, then we go back on Saturday with the Pro Lates. And then Sunday, we start the week back over all again, as Sunday night's race will be at the South Boston Speedway with the 2013 version of the NASCAR Impala. 35 laps, open setup on that one. That's race number 11 of the Sunday night event. All the action kicks off there Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Let's take a look at the point standings coming into tonight with the Thursday Thunder 410 sprints. Randy Crowder, who we saw have a problem in the heat race, is your point leader tonight, just by 3 markers over Skip Tuttle. Tommy Karkin running in the 3rd spot in the point race with 39 points. He's 7 behind the leader. 10 points behind the leader is Chris Lowen. And 5th place, Cole Morgan, who we saw have problems in his heat race as well. He's 12 points back of your point leader, Randy Crowder. So got a warm-up session going on right now on the track. Drivers look like they've got about a minute and a half left in this warm-up, and this is their final chance to make any last-minute adjustments or anything they think they might need, as we're watching a couple of the cars here right now working through turns 3 and 4. And, you know, I think that's the key tonight, is who's going to make the right adjustment for this track here. This is tricky. Running here on an afternoon here in Concord, North Carolina. Race temperature is 78 degrees Fahrenheit. The track temperature, 81 degrees. No winds, and this actually is race event is set for morning time. So this is a early matinee, we'll say, here at the dirt track at Charlotte for the Thursday Thunder 410 sprints. While we have a second, I want to thank all of our great sponsors here at the Hammer Down iRacing League. Of course, RNC Wraps, specializing in iRacing custom paints, including cars, fire suits, and helmets. And I got to say, between these guys and Dialed Designs, man, what a great job they do. And they're great supporters here at the Hammer Down iRacing League. I've got a couple of RNC wraps myself on my iRacing sprint cars and the like. So check those guys out for sure. MHL Performance for all your performance needs, located in Bergen, New York. We've also got Bellinger Electric. They sponsor the UMP Modifieds on Monday nights. Also want to thank the North Star Mohican Casino Resort. They're the sponsor of our 360 division that competes on Tuesday nights. Want to thank Bud Davis Photography. You can find him on his Facebook page. at Bud Davis Photography. Also want to thank Turn 5 Media, broadcasting and media production company located in Horseheads, New York. They could do Facebook pages, social media accounts, web design, public relations, whatever you're looking for. Find them online, Turn 5 Media. That's the number 5, turn5media.com. Well, folks, we're just about ready to go racing here with tonight's A main, so let's go ahead and give you the rundown of how they will start. Going away from the pole in tonight's 30-lap A main will be Braden Mickley. To his outside in the 4-car will be Chris Adams. Row 2 to the inside, the 53 of John Heydrich. To his outside, Skip Tuttle in the 83. Next row, we've got Terry Landis and Tommy Karkin in the 99. Row number 4 will be Kevin O'Dow and Chris Perry. Next row will be George Curtis and Bill Moselle. Matthew Everts will try to make it from the back here twice in the same week in the 06 car. To his outside, Randy Crowder. Rounding out the field tonight will be Cole Harvey, Cole Morgan, Adam Buchanan. If he can make the call, he will start 15th. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a wave off of turn 4. The Thursday Thunder 410 Sprints here at the dirt track at Charlotte for the Hammer Down iRacing League Thursday night event here for the Thursday Thunder Sprints. I'm the voice of the Hammer Down iRacing League, Steve Ovens, welcoming you to tonight's coverage. 30 laps the distance for tonight's A-Main. We're happy to have you here as we get ready to drop the hammer with the 410 Sprints. Let's send them off with the bugle. And we are off and racing. 30 long laps around the dirt track at Charlotte. Here tonight, leading them right off the drop of the green is going to be Braden Mickley in the 14 machine. And we've got a great battle here for second. Skip Tuttle. Oh, they're 3 wide for the lead down the back straightaway. And as they go 3 wide, we go caution. Wow. What a way to start this one. 3 wide for the lead, but we had a couple of guys with some problems. We got one car tipped over on the backstretch. That looks like George Curtis. He's going to have to get it towed back to the pits, it looks like. He's trying his best to get it tipped back over.
To stay behind the pace car,
Let's see
guys.
if he can make it happen here. I don't think he will. He's going to have it towed. So that is going to put a bit of a damper on the start to his night. But boy, what a way to start this feature, as we had the cars 3 wide off the drop of the green. And
Can you guys clear
we'll take
the black
a look
flags?
here. We've got the Everts 06 machine. It looks like he might have been trapped a lap down there, and I think he's actually going to rejoin the field at the back. So let's go back and we'll give you the rundown here. So as timing and scoring had it at the time that the yellow was put out, Braden Mickley shown as your leader. Second is Chris Adams in the 4 car. Third is Skip Tuttle. And fourth will be Tommy Karkin. Rounding out the top 5
Can I get my
is
black
Randy
light,
Crowder. Now here we go for our Delaware double file restart, it looks like, or it might, well, let's see. Yeah, I think it's Delaware double here. No, double file, excuse me.
I don't know why it was telling me to stay behind
Well,
the pace
we'll
car.
figure it out together here. We're ready for the green flag off turn 4. Green is in the air. Dave Farney looks him over, says, all right, boys, here we go. Back underway, and immediately going to the top shelf was Chris Adams. He takes the lead into turn number 3, and now Mickley has got a battle here for the second spot. as he's got Skip Tuttle trying to run that bottom lane. Oh, one car sideways over in turn 2, and that's going to put us under the yellow as we've got trouble over there in the second turn. Looks like Chris Perry got involved in that one, and I believe the Crowder 96 was also got a piece of that one. Crowder has just had a god-awful night as far as luck goes. He cannot catch a break here. After having a fast car in the heat race, not able to finish that one. And now it's got some trouble here in the feature.
Do you guys ever run at night? Yeah, I just wasn't sure.
Field pacing down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. Getting the cars lined back up here for the restart. Chris Adams, your leader. Braden Mickley running in that second spot. Skip Tuttle third. Tommy Karkin fourth. John Heydrich, your top 5. Bill Moselle, Cole Harvey, Cole Morgan, Matthew Everts, Terry Landis, Chris Perry, Kevin O'Dow, Randy Crowder, George Curtis, your running order. Positions 1 through 14. Coming back to the green, and it is double file restart. Adams and Mickley make up your front row. Mickley now with the outside, but he is not the control car. Adams with a great jump off the drop of the green, and we're off to turns 1 and 2. Boy, 3 cars throw a tablecloth over top of them. As, looks like Tuttle might have had a problem. Or, no, excuse me. Randy Crowder right there. He is running right there in front of your leaders. Skip Tuttle and Chris Adams going at it here for the lead. Adams will safely make it around the outside of Crowder. Oh, boy. Crowder right there in front of Tuttle. Tuttle had to negotiate Crowder there in turn 2. Now he'll go to the outside lane, and he'll go back to work here trying to track down your leader, Chris Adams. Good battle back here for the third spot as we watch Heydrich go from 5th to 3rd here after the restart, and we've got a caution as the yellow flag flies here as they complete lap number 15. So we are halfway home, now working lap 16. So we are past the halfway point and waiting for the pace truck. And the pace truck has the field now, so that'll put Chris Adams back up front as your leader. But boy, he was getting a battle there from Skip Tuttle. Tuttle lost a little bit of ground, working his way around Crowder. Crowder was running the bottom line, and that's where Tuttle wanted to be. So he had to switch lanes. So this might even be a break here for Skip Tuttle, as now it gives him a chance to close back down onto the back bumper of Adams here for the restart and go to work one more time. Let's look at some of the drivers who are really starting to work their way up through the field. Matthew Everts, who started in the 11th spot, is up to 5th. You remember he had a problem in his heat race, so here for the second time this week, he is looking at trying to be the hard charger. Bill Moselle started 10th, and he's up to the 6th spot. Braden Mickley had a problem. He's 2 laps down in the 14 machine. He started pole and now is running in the 12th spot. So a lot of movers and shakers here so far in this one.
Single file for your starts, guys. Just tighten them up.
Pace car has dropped off of the track in turn number 3, and it looks like we are ready to go back racing here as Chris Adams sets the pace, hits the hammer off turn 4, and he is off and running into turns 1 and 2. Skip Tuttle immediately down to the bottom lane, trying to make up some ground, as he'll do the same here in turns 3 and 4. But Adams so strong on the outside in that 4 machine. Adams really making it work here in that outside line as he puts 4 or 5 cars on Tuttle now, as the caution flag comes back out here as we complete lap number 22.
That was all me, guys. Yeah, my front tire hit him and spun me around, so. This track is wicked fucking slick. I might need my black flag cleared because it's telling me to go behind the 096, but he's 2 laps
Well, we thank you,
down.
ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on our broadcast here tonight with the Hammer Down iRacing League. Working lap 24 of 30. 6 laps to go in this one. They'll come down to the line this time, and they should get the 1 to go signal. And when they cross the line here, we'll have 5 to go. So we should get the green with 4 laps to go. We'll see if Skip Tuttle has anything for Chris Adams. And the guy that you really got to keep your eye on here to see what he can do on the restart is John Heydrich. He has quietly moved his way up through the field here in the late going. He was down as far as 5th and now is up to 3rd where he started. So let's see if anybody's got anything for Chris Adams. Pace truck off the speedway. We're back to green. And boy, Adams, what a restart in the 4. 4, 5, make it 6 car lengths. Half a straightaway. Down the backstretch. We're 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Into turn number 3. 2 by 2 they go. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. What a battle. We're watching that battle here at the line as Adams has just pulled away from the field and Heydrich has dropped like a rock since the restart. Terry Landis, he's the guy that's picked up the most spots. He's up to 4th. And Tommy Karkin right behind him running in that 5th spot. Up to 3rd, 2nd is Skip Tuttle. Landis is actually 3rd, followed by Karkin 4th and Heydrich the top 5. Oh, your 2nd place car with a problem. Off at turn 2. Tuttle, he had problems. He loses several positions. And that moves Landis up to the 2nd spot. With just 2 laps to go here. Checkered flag is in the air. Chris Adams is going to get the win. Landis will finish in the second spot. Third is Skip Tuttle. Fourth is Tommy Karkin. Bill Moselle goes from 10th to 5th to finish this one here, followed by Heydrich, Cole Morgan, Matthew Everts, Chris Perry, Kevin O'Dow, Randy Crowder, George Curtis, Cole Harvey, and Braden Mickley. So Chris Adams picks up the win here tonight. We will have a word with him in just a moment.
User was moved to your channel.
Going to get a word here with tonight's feature winner, the 30-lapper here at the dirt track at Charlotte, Chris Adams, aboard the Ford machine. Chris, what a run tonight. That car was so quick on the outside lane. Well, we'll work on getting a word here with Chris. We'll try and talk to our second place finisher, and that was Terry Landis.
User was moved to your channel.
Terry Landis finishes in the second spot here tonight. And Terry, tell us about it. What a run to come back up late to finish second.
Oh my gosh, I had my Donnie Kreitz 69K set up in, and it worked to a charm.
Well, you really made it exciting there at the end. You started fifth and had kind of fell back a little bit. What was the claw back like?
Oh, it was tough. I mean, them guys were running hard up and left me the bottom lane. I just hammered down on the bottom lane and took it.
Good job tonight, man. Great run. Tell us about the folks that help you out on that machine.
Oh yeah, the Venom energy drinks, they're the best thing to have. And it's only 99 cents, way cheaper than that Monster stuff, and just as good.
All right, Terry Landis finishes in the second spot. Let's try Chris Adams again here, see if we can get him up on the horn. Looks like we will not be able to do so, so we will go ahead. We'll go ahead and see if we can get Chris Adams on the horn here. Chris, congratulations. Great run here tonight. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us here at the Hammer Down iRacing League. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night we've got the Super Lates, and we've got racing 7 nights a week here. Check us out online, HDIRL.com. On behalf of everybody here at the Hammer Down iRacing League, thank you, folks, for tuning in. We'll see you again at a racetrack near you.